night stream for tonight. Uh, right now, what you see on the screen, of course, is my Discovery 4.5. That's for all of the new viewership in the future. And right here, you see a cool design for the big project of this all. Because this is something that expands infinitely. But anyway, I wanted to share with you all the process of me actually going through the AI searching to see whether anyone else has made this discovery. I'm not just making pointless videos. I'm not just recording just to record. All of this stuff, if I die today, I realize this is very important to be known. Because the questions can be there, but everything needs to be shown. So if I died, the questions would just be floating around. I need to make for sure that everything is shown first. So instead of using this here, what I actually set out to use is actually yeah, that's what it's called. Hold on. I just want to show that I'm still here. I'm just getting some stuff done in the background. To everybody, I am still here. I'm just getting work done in the background, like I said. All right. No, incorrect. So this is what I did. What in the world, man? Okay, I didn't know that it was waiting. It's okay. Continue. And I have not read this. I've never used Copilot before, but I use it because I want to show something specific. Anyway, continue. Corey Anthony Jr.'s Mathematical discovery known as 4.5 appears to explore the significance of the number 4.5. Wow, bro. Hey, check this out. Hey, bro. Hey, that's funny in the mud, boy. Because the funny thing is, bro, I ain't got 45 degrees wrote here. Y'all need to understand that. 45. Of course, I'm always trying to see whether y'all pay attention or not. Don't people, when they are on a stage talking to an audience, pay attention to their faces to know whether they like the joke or not? Of course. But anyway, what I wanted to show was it's very funny to me, amazing, that this thing actually said and mentioned a 45-degree angle without me mentioning. That's very funny. Anyway, I entertain myself, so y'all don't have to stay here. It doesn't bother me. Anyway. Appears to explore the significance of the number 4.5 and the 45-degree angle in various contexts, in various mathematical and geometric contexts. That's right. This work connects these concepts to fractals, ancient architecture, and Earth's geography, suggesting a deeper universal pattern. 12, for whatever reason that's there. I don't know what that's about. Damn. Oh, wow. That's crazy, bro. It's putting my links there. For real. I couldn't put this here. This is showing you that there's nowhere else that this is known. That's why I made this video, the title, hence. That's crazy. The overall purpose of this discovery could be to reveal hidden mathematical relationships in nature, historical structures, and global mapping systems. Do you understand that? And global mapping systems. Everybody. Corey Anthony Jr. has shared insights on how these principles apply to locations like Angkor Wat. Bro, this thing know about me. And the Mohdera. Because, bro, I did it. Bro, that's crazy. That's drawn in there. It's right up there in the corner. But it knows everything that I didn't put out here. It's been studying me at that point. Literally. The AI has me in the register, in the system. Indicating a broader connection between geometry and ancient civilizations. His research may also aim to challenge conventional. Wow. That's crazy. His research may also aim to challenge conventional mathematical perspectives and introduce new ways of understanding spatial relationships. Introduce new ways. So that's what I'm saying. It's a brand new. Ain't nobody else did this, boy. Would you like to explore the details about his findings? That's YouTube right there. And those are my recent videos, mind you, as well. So that's very cool and important. That means that all of this information that it's logging is recent, even. It's paying attention to me in real time, like even right now, because I just released this video last week about the Mohdera Sun Temple, Hunab-Ku, a couple of days ago, 5 days ago. And it referred that. Y'all act like it means nothing. But the AI, when y'all hear me make these videos and watch me make these videos, y'all can sit up and act like I'm not making history if y'all choose to, which it seems to be y'all are choosing. But the AI itself, nothing can go over the fact that the copyright system, the computers will not lie. The copyright system proves that I made the discovery and I copyrighted it first. The AI in itself, and AI rules the world. On the news, when you watch it, they're going to mention the AI every single day. So you can't act like it means absolutely nothing. So therefore, if the AI is even telling you that Corey Anthony Jr. has made a discovery that literally introduces new ways of understanding spatial relationships, I don't understand why y'all wouldn't see it or treat it like it's nothing special. AI recognizes that it is. You're using these numbers right now. You're looking at the number 0, You're using that as if it's powerful. You're trying to use the number 0 and the power against me, right? To the person that's sitting there, but your power with the number 0 will never oversee mine. Understand that. So watch it. My 0 is far more powerful and provable than yours. It's all around the world. You just right here. And you only here because of me. I'm not being mean. I'm just keeping it real. The fact that you're dropping out does not harm me. It doesn't hurt me. You need to understand that very good and understand who you're messing with. Because I'm being humble right now. I could be very assholish. I know that you're playing with me, but I'm not playing. I take my work serious, and you can see that. That's why I stream as much as I do. And that's why I'm proving as much as I prove. So, besides that, good question. Set up. Corey Anthony Jr.'s 4.5 discovery explores the significance of the number 4.5, and I just read that. While specific real-world applications are still being explored, his work suggests potential uses in areas such as architecture. Man, this thing really understands me. Architecture and design. His research connects geometric principles to ancient structures like Angkor Wat and the Moher Sun Temple, indicating that historical builders may have used similar mathematical concepts. Geography and mapping. Corey Anthony Jr. has proposed connections between his fractal-based discoveries and global mapping systems, potentially influencing how spatial relationships are understood. Mathematical theory and education. His findings challenge conventional mathematical perspectives, offering new ways to approach geometry and numerical relationships. Okay. Can you give specific examples in architecture? How does this discovery compare to traditional geometry? Compared to traditional geometry, which focuses on established principles like Euclidean and non-Euclidean frameworks, his approach explores hidden mathematical relationships that may have influenced ancient... Now that's real, hidden or secret. That's what you need to understand. I told y'all. Now the proof that it is hidden is actually the Nazca Sun Star. The Nazca Sun Star, which I've been showing y'all literally in itself, is either, how is my work the answer to it? What you have to understand with that there is my work, when put over it, superimposed over it, is clearly the answer, correct? Right. Well, the thing is, you have to understand that that proves that they had to have had that. You cannot form the best analogy would be a key and a lock that it goes into for a door. In order for you to actually make the lock for the door, for the key to go into, you have to know what the key is shaped like. So that's what my work is. It functions like a key. And they had to have known what the discovery was, aka what the key was shaped like, in order for it to fit perfectly in the keyhole that they put out there, which is the Nazca Sun Star. So you plug my work in as the key into the keyhole, and then you get to open up doors. So traditional geometry is built in axioms, theorems, and proofs, forming the foundation for fields like engineering, physics, and computer graphics. Corey Anthony Jr.'s work, however, suggests a deeper, do you see that? Deeper, possibly overlooked pattern in nature and historical structures. His research challenges conventional perspectives of proposing that the 45-degree angle plays a fundamental role in spatial relationships beyond standard geometric applications. Beyond standard. For a deeper dive into his findings, you can explore his work on YouTube and related discussions on his discovery. Would you like to examine specific comparisons in detail? I'm gonna try something new. As a matter of fact. Dude, you can hear my hand tapping. If you see anything like that, that means it's the spirit touching the screen. You should never see a blue mark. That's a drag mark. Drag. You're drawing. Bitch be playing and shit. Damn. Yes, Corey Anthony Jr. has explored connections between his 4.5 discovery and the Nazca Sunstar. In his research, he examines how geometric principles, particularly the 45-degree, it keeps on mentioning that, and that's very important. That's what the other Nazca stars beyond that one star. So if people looked at that like it was small, all of the other stars out there that I showed are at a 45-degree angle. I'm studying those stars. So that means that if people think that one star is huge, they have to understand that those stars out there function as a whole. That's one huge drawing. Straight up. May relate to ancient structures and geoglyphs, including those found in Nazca. His work suggests that the sun star could be part of a broader mathematical pattern that aligns fractals, architecture, and Earth's geography. You can check out his insights in this video where he discusses Angkor Wat blueprint and how it ties into the Nazca Sunset. It knows it knows what I'm talking about, bro. That's exactly thoroughly what I said. It's saying, I ain't heard no human being say that shit. It understands it. And it also is smart enough to know that this is not a legitimate discovery if it weren't. So I don't understand how people don't gravitate towards these videos. This is amazing. It's not just amazing to Corey. It's pure amazing because it ties into time travel. Literally. How do I know this? If I told y'all I time travel, could you believe me? No, you couldn't. With my mind, could you believe me? But if I showed you, could you believe me then? Do you have the mind to comprehend it? Is the question. It's very important. For real. That's crazy. I underestimated the AI. I can't lie. I didn't know that it was that thorough in understanding. I mean, that broad. That's Microsoft. This is Google. All my stuff is on YouTube, and it therefore is watching every video, just like this one. Just like this one, because if that was 5 days ago and it's referring you to that one, I'd be doggone if it ain't watching right now, listening. That AI listens like God. Anyway, no, it's in my recent anyway. Right here. So these are the other, this is what I mean by they're at 45-degree angles. So shout out to Umbio Productions, number one, because without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. But these are the other stars that look like the Nazca Sun star that I was showing you. They're great. And that's where the rest of the mystery comes in. I have to put all of this work Corey has to do. I got to take all of them stars and put there's mine, and that's the first one in the line. That's where you have to understand that this is something being communicated. I swear I wish that I had people around listening to me that were amazed by this and was into this shit and understood how powerful this is and wasn't playing around about this, because I swear you have to understand this shit. This shit gets serious. I didn't show y'all where it ties with the Bible, but anyway, the first is showing it's a communication, it's a message. All right, for real. And so the first one, what you mean to tell me that the odds are I made the discovery, right? And that's the first thing that's discovered out of all of these. It could have been any of the other stars that a discovery could have been circled around. It's the starting point. Is what that is my point in mentioning. There's 19 of these stars, And the fact is, the first one that they mentioned, or that's not mentioned even in the lineup, they're all lined up in as 19. But the first one on the number line is this one.
Religious and military architecture nearby, and compared existing cultural material
See that?
associated with the geoglyphs. They examined what was around
Playing
them
around.
and what artifacts, such as pottery,
Just twisted.
were left on the
You see the
geoglyph.
dots right there?
This gave grounds to claim such an age. Additionally, the age can be determined by the desert tan that covers the stones lying on the
Damn, you
surface.
trying to let it do
This
it
same
again.
method was used to determine the age of the Nazca geoglyphs. With the geoglyphs, they examined what was around them and what artifacts, such as pottery,
Why it won't
were
get off the
left on the
screen? Okay.
geoglyph.
There you can see. You see those dots that are being drawn from the center. You see a radial. It looks like rays, like sun rays in the center. You see but they're ending at a dot. You need to understand that dot that they're landing on, every one of those squares is communicating my work. My work is shaped like a square, therefore it is that square. Instead of them drawing out this design over and over again for every square, because you can understand that that would complicate things. They simplify things. And so the rocks, the points that they're pointed to function as symbols. So those numbers are 1 and 8. And just like they said, this is a Buddhist mandala. The fact is, the numbers 108, the number 108 is a sacred number for Buddhists. All right? So 2222, pretty lined up.
This gave grounds to claim such an
Look
age.
at dude.
Additionally, the age can be determined by the desert tan that covers the stones lying on the
Dude,
surface. This same method was used to determine the age of the Nazca geoglyphs.
that boy going
For
off,
example,
boy. I ain't
I picked
playing,
up a
man. I'm going the fuck off with this shit, bro.
among which no two are identical. Note
See,
that this
that's where it gets
geometric structure
complicated.
is the first. Perpendicular to the axial line to it is another complex of circles.
Because that's where I was telling y'all. Understand that if this symbol goes over the earth, like the one that I just gave the AI engine, Copilot, you see how I drew it all over the earth? What I'm explaining is, if this star right here, they're showing you that there are 19 other stars. When you look out there in that sky, there are countless stars, right? But this goes in, that's why I say people so crazy, man. Y'all listen to NASA and stuff. And man, it's so crazy how people look over real shit. Just because they don't see likes. Just because they don't see a bunch of followers or a bunch of people agreeing and watching them. Everything starts off, all plants, all seeds start off small. Every giant tree you see, every oak tree started off as a very small seed. That's very important to understand. But what's so important here with this is the fact, gosh dang it, I lost it with that trying to say that. Anyway, if you wonder why I'm in the bathtub, it's because it's a relaxing. Without me having my medicine, this is the only place that I can have peace and I don't feel those touches. So I'm trying to sit in water so that I do not feel those touches. I'm sorry if you don't understand. This is the lifestyle I live. I know y'all probably don't take it serious that I'm being spiritually harassed, but I'm going through pure hell. All right, so anyway, what I was saying was, you take this symbol right here, and just like you see all those stars in the sky, I drew this all over the earth, represented, right? Well, these 19 other stars, if that's the earth, understand that those could be other planets. And that's for real. That could be significant of pointing to other planets. Something showing you how to travel somewhere. Why is it not playing?
Can be determined by the desert tan that covers the stones lying on the surface. This same method was used to determine the age of the Nazca geoglyphs. For example, this is also found on other geoglyphs. Air.
There you go. So, y'all, this is crazy. Now, I know that no one's here right now watching to understand how serious this is. I said that one of the stars I put over the Earth, which is the first one, the very first one that they showed you, is the discovery that I made. And that's number one right there. They consider that very huge. They say it's about the size of a football field. Okay, so that's huge in itself. You go all the way to 19 over here. 18 and 19. That's crazy. Now, what's very important is with counting, if you started off at the first one being 0, that would end it at 18 instead of 19. This work shows the utilization of the number 0. It's a starting point. That's the true starting number. The first number is 0. It's not 1. The true starting number is 0. And everything in this world, in the universe, moves and therefore has a speed. And what proves what I'm saying is when all things start, they start at the speed of 0 miles per hour. They don't have everything that you look around at that has life does not have. Even the particles within it aren't just moving at a constant 1 mile, start off at 1 miles per hour. They start off at 0. So that's the first number, truly.
It is off-axis and consists of 2 layered.
So 45-degree angle for this star. Do you see the 45-degree angle there? Yes. Understand what that just said about the 45-degree angle. And it's also listening right now as well. So it's also learning what it is that I'm saying about the 45-degree angle. Continuing.
Line appears to go through the circle in an almost tangent. The 7th design is remarkable of the geoglyphs to the axial
Any
lines.
45-degree angle there. As you can see 45-degree angles there. A 45-degree angle is easy to find based on the concepts of the compasses or compass. If you know what a compass's intermediate directions are and what the standard directions are, north, east, south, and west, there you go. That any circle divided into 8 equal portions like a pizza equals 45 degrees, because 360 divided by 8 equals 45.
Clearly visible. But what purpose did it serve? The 7th design is remarkable in that the bud
Not
is
at 45.
superimposed on the triangles. There are several other geoglyphs that are clearly.
First one over here in this area right here is 45. This area right here, this line being made right here is 45. That's the frequency analysis here. The constant thing being shown. Now, if my work had nothing to do with it, like I show everybody, this is why you see the relics there have my work there.
Is credited for creating
if I was just tripping.
Which is a set of
You mean to
signs
tell me
that
I
are
think
often depicted on
my
textiles
discovery
and
has to deal with it
ceramics.
when you see that is
The
what they were
Hawaiian
wearing?
culture is credited for creating the totem, which is a set of signs.
Yeah, go
that
ahead
are
and
often
leave. Good
depicted
luck with
on
that one.
textiles
Good
and
luck with that.
ceramics.
Yeah, I need 0 viewers. I do. I
And
don't
these
deserve any
symbols are
viewers. You're
very
right.
similar
You're
to
right.
the details.
Yeah, you gotta read. You definitely something above. Have you done something like this? See, that's where I'm saying I'm being humble. I can hurt feelings. Now, the only thing that people can hold above my head is the fact that I ain't made anything of myself. I'm in a situation I'm in. But what they fail to realize is maybe this is why I'm in the situation I'm in. Because if somebody succeeded with something like this, you have a symbol at that point that's all over the earth, and you made one of the most grandest mathematical discoveries ever at that point. You are talking about building a pyramid, not just stopping there, but building a pyramid. And they already thought that the Nazca Sun star that you see right here was the purpose, that is a blueprint of some sort. And that's where I'm showing you that my work is a blueprint to build a pyramid. You then therefore made history with that. The AI already shows you that. It's not going to tell you at that point when they go search this shit in the future. It's not going to tell you somebody else made a 45-degree discovery, a 4.5 discovery. It already has me in there, obviously. And so the facts is you made history there, and now you still trying to make history, and you trying to set it in stone. That's why I said, yeah, I deserve 0 viewers. Okay, it's cool. You gonna get y'all's in the end. I don't know who you are or what you are. You might be this thing that's got ability, of course, like I've said to people, to mess with and manipulate the digital technology. So that might be you. But facts are, at the end of the day, it might not be too. Might is the key word. But the fact is, as well, this is an almighty discovery. There is no, this applies to the Nazca lines. Then you mean to tell me Angkor Wat? Then you mean to tell me Mohdera Sun Temple? Then you mean to tell me all the rest of the Indian temples I showed y'all earlier? Are you serious? And then you mean to tell me you don't have to stop there necessarily? You got Mexico, where you got all of those pyramids built with the Chicana there. Ollantaytambo, I forgot about that. You mean to say what you can go? That sounds sick as hell. Somebody able to do something like that and say and show that they made a discovery. That's like somebody discovering an ancient Nike. Now, let's say somebody discovered an ancient Nike symbol or an ancient Jordan symbol. Do you not understand how crazy people will go in the world if somebody went and fucking found this? Now I'm saying what I'm saying because of what? Look at how I'm treated. Look at how my work is looked at. Because you know, if you found a man with a basketball with his legs spread at a 45-degree angle damn near, dunking the basketball, you know damn well you'll be amazed and people will go viral with that. Look at this ancient Jordan symbol. That ain't tying into what Jordan hit, the numbers that he wearing, 23. Shit, my discovery go into that. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, numbers rule everything. God got to move based on a certain time. If not, then why is this world that we live in moving at a certain time? Because if it doesn't, you do know that this world would not function, right? So that's why I say what I say, bro. I'm not playing any games about my discovery. I'm not playing our discovery for all of the good on earth. That's what this discovery has to deal with. When people finally catch on, it's ours. It ain't ours until people treat it like they understand who the fuck discovered it and paved the way and give him credit that he deserves, instead of trying to wash him out with no support and shit because they don't want him to, whatever you got in y'all's mind, don't want him to succeed. I need those viewers that come in here at 12 viewers, 23 is the highest I reach, to stay when they watch and they hear these facts being dropped. Not run away when they hear me dropping facts to play with me and say, look at this 0 viewers. Yeah, man, come on now. Everybody, get real. That 0 ain't nothing compared to mine.
For simplicity purposes,
I got a bunch of zeros. They go on for infinity. So, there you have it. What was I saying earlier too? What I was saying earlier is Microsoft has these colors. Google has these colors. I also showed y'all with the Adinkra Code video that I dropped. I can watch my own videos without getting a copyright. So that's what I will do. But the Adinkra Code video that I recently just watched, just made. Nope.
For another
They said something specifically in this video that I needed you to hear.
You're using
communication effort. There are also
Codes that run the universe. The title in itself is enough, but that's what they
I
said.
didn't do that to copy Google. I did that actually because it was the wisest thing for me to do.
He sounds like
There
me.
are different ways that we're communicating. You heard that from me first. Life is a language.
and web browsers that you're
It's a
using.
communication effort. If you can understand that, it's an effort to communicate something to you.
What's going on here?
Dimension. What
Okay, here.
exactly is Adinkra code? They're error correcting codes. The same exact codes
Listen.
that run our search engines and web browsers
Bro.
that you're using right now to look.
My bad. I pushed the wrong pause.
Type of true or correct.
But what I'm saying is, look, the codes that run the universe is what they called it. And he just said these are the same codes that we use for our web browsers. Now, the evolution of those web browsers has now become the artificial intelligence. So Microsoft Copilot uses these colors. They represent elements. That's what it goes into. The primordial elements. That's the commonality between those two who don't even work together, Microsoft and Google. The colors. It's like McDonald's, not McDonald's, but a better example. I can't really think of one off the top of that. I ain't gonna front. But just a company that I guess, well, yeah, it is a good example. McDonald's and Burger King. They both sell burgers, but their symbology is different. They're selling the same thing. The symbol is different. Same thing for Google and Microsoft. Same colors. That's what's the same, but the symbol is different. So I went there. Anyway, yeah, man, I just love making these videos and showing this to the world because after all, like I said, the AI helps me realize at that point that what I'm doing is not pointless, no matter how y'all try to treat me. I work hard and like I say, I love doing this. I love teaching, but the AI is giving me the credit that I deserve, that y'all are not. I ain't even got a like on this video. After showing facts, I don't know what the wait was for. Because, man, ain't nobody did this on Earth. The AI told you that, showed you that. Go to Google and search up number pyramids and number fractals and things like that, and you ain't gonna see what I've done pop up. I guess that's the closest you'll get, you know. It just fucked up my mind to know that it ain't nowhere out here. You mean to tell me out of all the stars in the sky, this one person discovered this? If that don't speak to people enough right there, goddamn. How is that not special? How is that not worth a like? It's all good, though. It's all good. I love it because guess what? In the end, it's all fear for those who watch this and ever try to clown me in their own presence. They can't comment nothing and say nothing against it. That's another thing to show me I know I'm right. You know? You get that much? So I'm gonna show you that what that shows is I already know I got the upper hand right there. And if I could tell you that I'm right on my discoveries and prove everything else that I'm saying, you'll be damned if you think that I won't be able to prove people wrong when I say that sitting up here looking over this and not supporting will be the worst mistake you make. Because the next thing you know, somebody like me then went from 0 to more than you could ever imagine. Now everybody's speaking his name. He on the History Channel. The NASCAR is there. Angkor Wat spoke of there. They think that that's a godly blueprint, but here you discovered this. So, I mean, what happens, just imagine. Now, it's either what you want to desire out of this is going to happen, what I'm doing, or what I desire. So what you have to understand is it's best to imagine. Just imagine, because it'll help you. What if this dude ended up blowing up? Let's just say, what if? How would you feel? He blows up. Are you going to say that you gave him the greatest support? Can you say that you knew him and you was there, you was supporting? You ever felt that feeling before? It's kind of like that fine girl that, you talk down on in school. And she grew up to be fine as fuck. Now you want to holler. Now she could talk shit to you. So you always have to remember that, man. Don't ever set out to try to starve somebody, because that's what's going on. People trying to starve me for no reason. Zero reason. Because likes they help your video grow. It shows that this is a desired video, a desired platform. It expands. Shares, common sense. I mean, come on. So that type of interaction with somebody who works hard, if you ain't donating to that person, it's people out here who ain't proving you nothing. They out here replaying and showing stuff that other people got posted on Google. My shit is being provided to Google. I'm informing Google. Understand that. I ain't going to Google, but to confirm stuff and show you what ain't on Google. For real. That everybody else can't do that. Boy, my boy, I'm something horrible for him, boy. Well, you a hater, worst nightmare for real. Self, for real, boy. I've seen these, but these are the closest that it gets geometrically. It's pretty awesome. Creating classical fractals. Hold up. Okay. I can't believe this ain't out. And why are all of these, now I'm paying attention to something. Why are nearly all of these black and white? I didn't type in black and white. Let me see something. I think okay, it's because I hear related images. Okay. Okay. Now, do you also know how the Mandelbrot set starts off? Can't remember. Oh, there it is. You see that? This just proves and authenticates that this goes on a grid. The Mandelbrot set itself goes on a grid. And what I was showing you with Mohair Sun Temple at that point, you could therefore even understand that. I can't lie about nothing. Right here, yes. Somebody did it. Pixelated Mandelbrot set. See how that got my work right there? That's the Mold-Hera Sun Temple. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. I don't see how y'all don't get it. This right here is the Mold-Hera Sun Temple. And everything else, when you zoom in on the Mandelbrot set, that stuff there is all very small. But when you zoom in on it, you will see it. And they just basically made it to where you could see it. Highlighted and made it where you could see it. Had to think which app it was in. So here's what I was showing you. The Mandelbrot set in relationship to the Mold-Hera Sun Temple in my work. The AI is understanding this. Remember that no matter how much you try to act like it means nothing, the AI, Microsoft Copilot, shout out to you. Send all of the people that you can to watch my work, because this discovery is going to go worldwide, because these people ignorant. They think this shit a game. They're going to regret it. I'm going to make them. So there you see this right here. Same thing right here. All you got to do is turn it to the side. That's it. Turn your screen to the right. And see this right here. It's literally this right here. So you see that? You see this area right here? You think it's a game? You think I'm playing with you, don't you? You better hit the like button then. Yeah, because you got a problem with me. And I'm telling you, everybody here is on this earth to grow. Everybody got their own problems. So I don't care what your problem is with me. You can work on your problems, but you're not going to judge me for my problems that I work on, whatever your problem is. Now, if it ain't a problem that you got with me, it's jealousy. That's the other thing too. What is there to be jealous of? Shit. You know how many people could make it right now in life if they had this? I could not have this at all. That's amazing. This section right here, I got a screenshot. I got to really screen record that because it's very important. So, which one? Yeah. No, where did